Finland is one of the options that come to mind when considering moving to Europe. A strong economy, great nature, the lack of skilled workers, and warm and friendly people make it an attractive destination. Watch this video till the end to learn how to become a teacher in Finland. Hey everyone, I'm Behnam from the Visa Library. This channel gives visa information and the latest news and updates. First things first, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell and download the free cheat sheet my team has prepared from the link in the description. You should also follow us on Instagram and Facebook to get the latest visa news and updates. Now, let's begin. First, let me ask you this question. What are the requirements to become a teacher in Finland? You need these items to work as a teacher in Finland. The first one is a university degree. You need an educational degree or diploma from an approved university in Finland, your home country, or a foreign one. You often need a master's degree, but often you can work with a bachelor's degree as well. There is no information about the subject you need to study, but the more related it is to the field you teach, the better. The center or university you study and get your degree from must be valid and approved in the country. You need a certified copy plus translation as well. The second requirement is a language proficiency certificate. You need a Finnish or Swedish language proficiency certificate to work as a teacher in Finland. You have the other option to work as an English teacher, but it's another story and the requirements are different. You will have to pass an aptitude test in Finland and it is in Finnish language. So you need language fluency to become a teacher in Finland. The third requirement is to pass the recognition process. If you study in a foreign country and not in Finland, you must apply for recognition to become a teacher in Finland. The country you study doesn't matter, EU or non-EU countries. You must apply for recognition from the Finnish National Agency for Education and receive a license. I'll cover the recognition process a bit later. The fourth requirement is find a job offer from a Finnish employer. If you're a non-EU national, you need a job offer from a Finnish employer. Finding an employer is a must as you need an employment contract with an employer to apply for a work permit. Every non-EU national who wants to work in Finland needs a work permit. It is permission from the Finnish government to work as a foreign person. Alright then, this was the list of requirements. Now that you know them, how should you begin the process? Stay a bit longer to find out. The procedure you have to follow to become a teacher in Finland is up to your nationality and where you got your degree. Studying in Finland makes it easier to become a teacher than in a foreign country. If you get your degree abroad, you must pass the recognition process, but the process depends on your qualifications and skills. The Finnish officials decide about it. The first step you have to pass is to apply for recognition. You must gather the supporting documents and send them to the officials. They assess your application and decide about it. This is a sample list of the documents you have to gather. 1. Your educational degree. 2. Your transcripts. 3. CV or resume. 4. Application form. You can get it from the link in the description. 5. Language proficiency certificate. 6. Teaching license or certificate. 7. Transcripts. 8. Proof of nationality. 9. Translation of your documents if they are not in Finnish, Swedish or English. You might have to submit other supporting documents. You will have to contact the officials to get the complete list of documents. You have to send them everything and wait for the result of their decision. It takes time until the Finnish National Agency for Education assesses and decides on your application. After processing it, they will inform you of the results. There are different possibilities with your results. They will email you the result or post it to your address. One of the possibilities is to pass the supplementary studies. Finnish officials must require you to take supplementing studies in Finland. If yes, you must take a course in one of the educational centers or universities. The officials will inform you of the subject you must pass or its duration. They will likely have special instructions about the course you must pass. The second possibility is the adaptation period. If you do not need a supplementing study or after you pass it, you might need an adaptation period. It's a training workshop you might have to pass to become a teacher in Finland. It's to get familiar with Finland teaching procedure and educational content. You will work and get experience under the supervision of a licensed teacher or education center in Finland. It's your responsibility to find a school or center center to take your adaptation period, but you should ask the Finnish officials to ensure they approve it. The third possibility is to take and pass an aptitude test. One of the stages you must pass is an aptitude test in Finland. It proves you have the required knowledge and skill. The test is in Finnish or Swedish, so you need language proficiency to pass it and become a teacher in Finland. It consists of an essay part to read and answer questions. Then you have to prove your teaching skills and abilities through a demonstration in class. You must teach the content you have experience in, like math or science. You often must take the aptitude test with a higher education institution or center. Finnish officials will provide you with the further information about the content, procedure, and how to register for it. After you pass the stages or the required ones by Finnish National Agency or for Education, you must apply them again to get your license. You will have to gather or collect and submit the required documents or certificates you received through the stages I explained. Submit everything to the Finnish officials and they assess them. After they are done, they will issue you the teaching license to work in Finland. After you get your teaching license, you can work as a teacher, but you need a work permit if you're not from EU national. The EU or EEA member states can work in Finland without getting a work permit or work visa, but they need to inform the local officials. But non-EU nationals need a work permit to work in Finland. The first step to receiving a work permit is to find a job offer with a Finnish employer. The teacher and employer have to submit some supporting documents to receive the work permit for the teacher. As a teacher, you cannot apply for a work permit alone. You can use various ways to find a job in Finland as a teacher. It's up to you to use one or all of them according to your conditions. You can find a job with websites that advertise job positions or employment agencies. You can find a list of them in the Visa Library article. The link is in the description. After you find a job, you must sign an employment contract with the employer. Then the employer applies for a work permit and you apply for a work visa. You can find more information about Finland work visa from the Visa Library article or watch the video that the Visa Library team has prepared on our YouTube channel. Now let me ask you two questions. 1. Is it easy for you to become a teacher in Finland? The answer depends on your mindset and ability to work hard during the process. You must get a university degree and learn Finnish or Swedish. Then you must apply to the Finnish government and pass the recognition process. It could be hard for you to pass the recognition and fulfill the requirements. You must be ready to pass it and spend the required time. Before the recognition process, you need to work on your language fluency and learn Finnish or Swedish. It might take you time to learn it to the level to pass the aptitude test. The process is a bit long and tedious, so you should look up to your background and character to determine whether you can do it or not. The second question, is it hard for you to find a teaching job in Finland? It's up to your skills, abilities, and work experience whether you can find a teaching job in Finland or not. Before that, you must be good enough and work hard to pass the recognition process and get the teaching license. You should know that Finland job market is tough and so many skilled workers are trying to get a job there, so you will compete with the best teachers. It might be hard for you if you have an average resume. Improve your work experience and background and try to get qualifications. The more skilled and experienced you are, the higher your chance of getting a job in Finland. Alright then, this is all you should know to become a teacher in Finland. If you have questions, write them down in the comment section. The Visa Library team will answer them. Before you leave, make sure to like this video, hit the bell, and don't forget to get the free PDF file from the link in the description. You should also follow us on Instagram and Facebook to get the latest visa news and updates. Stay tuned for more videos and updates. Thank you all for watching.